Alright, hello everybody. We are here at the Hyatt Place, Memphis Wolfchase Galleria. And we are going to take a tour of room number 407. Now this is one of those deals where I literally just came in, turned the lights on, put my bag down, and now I am rolling. So I have not looked at this room myself, so you are getting basically the same first impression as me. Starting out right here on the door, we have our clearly readable fire map. Very simple layout, just one corridor, rooms on either side. We're about like a third of the way down. Elevators in the middle. Got your peephole, latch lock, deadbolt. We are well taken care of in the security department. Now this room has a very interesting layout to it. I haven't stayed at a Hyatt Place in years and years. I kind of forgot how these were set up. Reminds me a lot of the Spring Hill Suites I stayed at down the road. Though I have to admit, I do like this room quite a bit better just from an aesthetic point of view. It's nice and open. Tons and tons of space in here, really, when you start to look around. So we'll go ahead and take a better look and sort of analyze the room and see if there's any issues at all. Though, like I said, on the surface so far, we're looking pretty good. So over here, there is a wet bar set up. Nice and bright. Everything looks pretty clean. You have your in-room coffee here. One interesting thing I've noticed with this hotel that's kind of old school, there's no disposable cups anywhere. All they have are like actual ceramic coffee cups and glasses over on the other side. It's very rare that you see this nowadays. Really the reason a lot of hotels got away from this is because it's harder to keep these things clean. Like what you want to get away from is a case where housekeeping comes in, wipes it out with a rag, and leaves. But this stuff does look like it's been washed properly, at least I would hope, in a dishwasher. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of nice having an actual ceramic cup. The only thing I would say with doing coffee this way, it's a little bit disappointing that you don't have a to-go cup to take something out, but hopefully they have coffee down in the lobby in the morning. I'm assuming they do on the breakfast buffet, so I guess it's sort of a non-issue when you think about it. We got your sink here. Looks like a very wobbly mini fridge. It was sitting on the edge, so that's a little better. Recently defrosted, perfectly clean. Under here, and oh wow, look at that. If you want to talk about old school, they have an actual safe in the room with a metal key. I haven't seen a setup like this, at least in the States, in years. So they charge you $35 if you lose the key. That's so interesting. I wonder when this place was built, because really, this is a feature, like, occasionally you'll still see a safe with a combination, but it's so rare to see one with a metal key these days. Yeah, I wonder when this property was built. Maybe it's older than I think. I was thinking early 2000s, just glancing at it. Anyway, over here you have a nice little desk area set up. I'm curious if this is an outlet behind the thing. No, it's not. Okay, there are some outlets under here. Nothing desktop, but at least there's something available. Seems like a pretty nice little place to get some work done. We have some hotel materials here. Looks like they offer some food downstairs. Bragging about their loyalty program. And I guess they actually have room service here. It's probably outsourced somewhere else. Oh, maybe not. Pretty comprehensive little menu, actually. Something else you don't bump into too often at hotels like this is legit room service, so in many ways this place is a little bit of a throwback, more than I was expecting it to be. Very interesting console here, so I guess if you have some sort of device, whether it be a computer, game console, whatever, you can set it up on the desk and plug it in here and use it on this very generously sized TV. That's a really big TV. That's actually a very nice setup, very thoughtful in terms of being useful to the guest. The TV is set up to rotate, so you can either sit here and enjoy it from the living room, or rotate it this way, and catch some TV in bed. Before we leave this area of the room, we'll just take a quick look at the sofa. There is a little bit of sign of wear and tear on it, nothing that's too objectionable. So it is a pull-out sofa, so you could sleep potentially, if you go 2 to a bed, 2, 4, 6 people here. Very big room. Everything looks clean at least. Like I said, you got some loose threads and things, but it's still in good enough condition, I guess. Very comfortable. So yeah, no issues there. The one thing I will say, just glancing at the room, looking from here, the carpet does seem a little bit worn. There's even a couple little spots with stains. But for the most part, the room does look very nice and fresh. And this translucent divider here is pretty interesting too. So, what I was saying before on that point with having actual glasses instead of disposable ones, they've got more here. Yeah, all these seem to be perfectly clean. So if they want to go this route, at least they're doing it the right way. Very fancy ice bucket here. I think I actually made of metal. One thing I will say, this room gives the appearance of being, fairly high-end. Though I don't know if that feeling is really carried over on these beds. Just the way that they're made up, it's sort of what I would expect more out of an economy hotel than out of a place like this. They appear to be very small just when you first look at them, being so tightly wound up. And the bed linens don't really look like they're very nice. They don't really feel very nice either. You sort of have like this thin top sheet, which is kind of scratchy. You do have a down comforter in the middle, featuring two nice stains right there, right at face level, so you know where that came from. That does look like blood right there, folks. It is the right color. I don't have any equipment or anything to test, but to me that screams nosebleed, because it's like right there, right where your face would be. So, well done, Hyatt. Obviously, these linens are not really being washed between guests like they should. That's very disappointing right there. The sheets actually feel nicer than I was expecting them to, though, just based on the appearance. This is nice and soft. Everything does look clean, at least at this point, minus the blood stains on the comforter, which is pretty pathetic at a hotel of this class. Enough to warrant me taking the rest of the bed apart. Okay, no issues on the mattress cover. Mattress does appear to be a little bit older, though it feels like it still offers good support, and it does look nice and clean, thankfully. Check underneath. Yeah, it looks perfectly clean under there, too. Just out of curiosity. I don't see any stains or anything on this one, at least. So yeah, that's a bit disappointing for a hotel of this class. That should have been caught. Anyway, gigantic bathroom. I mean, huge. Got this big sink area based right off of where the beds are. Plenty of room by the sink. It looks like some fairly, at least higher end looking soaps and things available for your use. Lots of extra storage. Got a hairdryer in here. Oh, look at that. You get a hairdryer, and as a bonus, some nice hairs to go with it. Interesting place to keep the Bible. Usually it's bedside, but I guess there really isn't a drawer over there. At least the rest of the drawers look clean. Let's take a look in the closet. So I guess you've got linens for the pull-out sofa. And so often I see this. It's amazing how often I see this. Like, I'm honestly terrified to ever use a pull-out sofa on one of these things. So you always look at the bag of linens and you just immediately see like hair and debris and all this other stuff. And I think what's basically happening here is one of two things. Either they're taking used stuff off the bed and just throwing it back in the bag, which probably has happened at some point, or these bags themselves just never get cleaned. Either way, it's disappointing. Like, I swear every hotel I go to that has a pull-out sofa, immediately I look at this thing and there's some obvious problem with it. It's just crazy how often that happens. I used to slam places a lot for this, but now I'm just almost getting used to it, as sad as that is. But yeah, plenty of closet space here. Interesting setup too, how it's kind of open on the top. And then on the other side of the bathroom, well, the other side of the sink area I should say, you have the actual bathroom. Before we go in there, we'll just take a closer look at the towels. Yeah, these all feel nice and high-end. Don't see any cleanliness issues right off the bat. No issues with the linen so far. Bathroom seems to be nice and spacious given the way it's divided up. pull out my phone flashlight real quick here. Everything seems to be nice and clean. Hey, they actually have a shower mat too. Again, another kind of old school thing I haven't seen in a long time. And you got your towels that are stored up here at the top. Oh, that's nice. Here, I fixed their shower for them. Interesting place to put a soap dish, kind of right in the front. Let's go ahead and check the water pressure and such real quick. Now, open the drain. The shower seems to work pretty well. A couple different settings on there. In good condition, so... I mean, I do see, just looking at this thing, there's quite a bit of soap residue and such on the actual handle. But other than that, the rest of the bathroom seems to be clean. So, really the main issue, like I said, the comforter on the bed was the biggest thing that sort of failed the room for me. But for the most part, we seem to be doing pretty well here. Take a quick look at the view outside. You can see, I forget what interstate that is out there. I should know because I spend so much time in Memphis, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But you can sort of see that. You got a pool and the rest of the parking lot out there. And then this room does use a P-TAC for cooling. It's one of these where there's no controls actually on it. It's controlled by a thermostat over on the other side of the room, sort of to give the feel of having central air. It's nice and quiet, so it seems to work pretty well for this setup. But yeah, overall, I mean, I want to like this place. There's a couple things here that are a little bit questionable, but it seems like a decent room overall. Obviously, I will be sleeping in this bed, though. Anyway, what do you think? Did the place pass or fail? As always, I have a nice little discussion down in the comments. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, and that is it.